Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this one I'll be making some fried chicken, but I'm gonna be using my air fryer for this. So if you want to see how it turns out, stick around, continue watching. So we have some drumsticks right here in some vinegar and a lemon juice combination, and it was sitting there for about 5 minutes, and we're just gonna throw that off and pat it dry as much as we can, get out all the extra moisture, because we'll be dropping in about 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm using vegetable oil, and I want to add that oil to give it a little bit flavor, and so that the seasoning that I'm about to use will stick on to the chicken, and just increase the flavors and all of that kind of stuff. So we'll be using this Maggi chicken seasoning, and that's 1 tablespoon to this 5 drumsticks. And the drumsticks, I must say, are quite big, so I'm just gonna add extra time, ensure that they're properly air fried and that kind of stuff. We're using onion powder and garlic powder, and that's 1 tablespoon each. And adding to this is 1 teaspoon of paprika. So this is optional, you can add it yes or no. I think it gives it a little bit more color. And last, we're going to be adding 1 tablespoon of lemon pepper. No salt has been added to this. The lemon pepper, the chicken seasonings has enough salt, so I went ahead and omitted the salt from this. So we're just gonna get hands on in, so wash clean hands, and we're just gonna massage all that seasoning and the oil onto the drumsticks, lift up the top layers, and just ensure that the seasoning is all incorporated into every area as much as possible. Then again, I'll be taking this small knife, I'm using the tip of the knife, and just gently piercing some holes into the the drumsticks. And as I said, they were a little bit big, so just ensuring that all of this seasoning is penetrating into the drumsticks and ready for when about to air fry it. So we put that aside, let that sit for about 3 hours or so, if you have the time. And when you're ready, you're just gonna be using a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon pepper seasoning. Mix that all together and place it on a baking tray. This tray right here is the tray that came with the Instant Pot Vortex Plus air fryer. That's the air fryer that I'll be using. And I use a paper towel and place underneath the baking tray, so to ensure that any of the dust that came off the chicken would just go on that. And you're gonna lightly base the drumsticks with that flour mixture, and you just roll and then just flash off any excess of that flour mixture. And we're doing that, well, I am doing that because I want it to get that little extra crispiness, but I also want it to be moist and juicy on the inside, but I want that element of extra crispiness, like how you would if you're gonna deep fry with oil on your stove top. But we're doing it in an air fryer without all that oil and that kind of stuff, so we're using that little extra flour mixture to give it that crisp, right? So while I'm doing that, I'm ensuring that I give the drumsticks enough room to breathe. And because I'm only using 5 drumsticks, I only had to use one tray. The air fryer comes with two of this tray, so I only had to use one. If I had more chicken, I would have to use both of them, and it it would increase the cooking time. So we're gonna set the temperature for this, and I'm gonna bring it for to 350 degrees Fahrenheit at and starting it at 20 minutes. The air fryer goes to 400, but I want it to be evenly cooked. I don't want it where a case where the outside is cooked and the inside is not, right? And this air fryer is a little bit powerful. So I know if I increase the temperature, the outside will cook too fast. So guys, the air fryer prompted me to turn, and that's 13 minutes, so we have 7 minutes left on there. That's the juices that came from the chicken, and this is what the top side of these drumsticks are looking like. So obviously it's cooking, but it's not done, so we're just gonna turn it over and let it cook for that remaining 7 minutes. So we're going to keep it at the 350 and cook out for that additional 7 minutes, right? So now it's come to an end. Let's see what it's looking like right now. It looks cooked, but it can take some more air frying time. The top layer on that one needs to be cooked some more. So I'm just going to keep it at the 350. I pressed it for 22 minutes, but I'm not using all of that 22 minutes. I only use 10 minutes out of that, and we're just gonna let it do its thing. I'm turning on the light so I can see what it's looking like on the inside. And yeah, so 350, and it's now 12 minutes, and I'm just gonna look at it to see how it's looking. And right now I think it's okay. Don't want it to be overly crisp to the point where it's maybe burnt on the outside, so it's just the right amount of crisp and very soft and moist and cooked on the inside. There, I'm giving you a close-up of what it's looking. You see a part of the outer skin. It's hanging off, and it is very crispy. So yeah, you can have this with a sauce, some ketchup, whatever you like. I had this with some rice and peas and curry goat, so I did not make any additional choice. So if you like what you saw today and you're in the market of getting an air fryer and you're in between, maybe I help you on deciding. So I just want to ask you to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more amazing content.